is a pleasure to be with you today on this Easter Sunday. Just to be clear, it is Easter Sunday, but this is not an Easter reading. This reading is about a message that was meant to find you right now. It does have a very Celtic influence. I actually intended to do a reading on St. Patrick's Day and just couldn't get it done. So now we're a couple weeks past St. Patrick's Day and we're into the Easter season. But this time of the year, I always seem to go back to my Celtic and British Isle roots for some reason. I don't know why, but I just go with it. So again, this message is just a message that was intended to find you. It is going to be individual to each one of these piles, what the topic of the message is. I hope you do enjoy the reading. I was just compelled to do a reading today, and anytime these days, with my full-time job and my other obligations that I have going on, anytime these days that I feel compelled to do a reading, I just do it. I do have some stones on the piles to help you choose. This is pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. On pile 1 is a green Jasper heart. On pile 2 is an Onyx moon. And on pile 3 is a flower agate star. Hearts, moons, stars. Wish I had a clover, but I don't have a clover yet. It's going to be next on my list. These are my lucky charms, right? I'm telling you, I'm still stuck in St. Patrick's Day, but that's okay. I do have a rabbit on the table, a Labradorite rabbit, because it is Easter. So we'll just call this our spring message for now until, I can get some more readings out there. Thank you guys for sticking with me, for sticking with the channel. I do appreciate your likes, shares, and subscribes more than you know. It helps me. It helps the channel. It helps the channel to grow, actually. But it's just good to know that you guys are out there and that you're paying attention to the readings and that you like them. So please do any of that you want to do. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Any of that would be very helpful for the channel. Okay, so we're going to get right into the readings and see what's in these cards here. Again, pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Make your choice. Click on that section in the timestamp below, and that will take you directly to that reading. Welcome back, my friends. If you chose pile 1, these are going to be your messages or your message that was meant to find you right now. That is what this reading is about. As I said, I do have a lot of Celtic inspired cards here and Druid inspired cards here, just because I'm stuck in the spring season, and that always takes me back to my Celtic and British Isle roots. All right, here we go. So for pile 1, you have the Queen of Pentacles, the 10 of Swords, the 5 of Cups. That's the universal Waite. With the Druid Craft Tarot, you have a 2 of Pentacles, a 10 of Cups, and a King of Wands. Got a couple of oracles here. With the Druid Animal Oracle, you have the Hind. And with the Celtic Tree Oracle, you have heather, or mistletoe. Okay, so a message that was meant to find you right now. The first thing that I notice right off the bat is there is a loss here. You are mourning some kind of loss. There's some situation that has left your life. It may be a situation that you decided to leave, or that it was imposed upon you, like you did not decide to leave. Someone said, okay, this is over. Not necessarily a romantic relationship, could be any kind of ending, any kind of loss. We all go through large and small losses in our lives. Could be a group that that somebody has left the group, or some people have left a group. Could be a work situation that you've left. It could be a love situation that you've left or is over. It could be anything, actually. So, but whatever this ending that has happened, you're definitely mourning the loss of it. There's some element of it that you are missing. So there's a couple of messages here. First of all, the hind and the heather and mistletoe here, these both have very spiritual meanings to it. If you notice this hind, or it's a white deer or whatever, it's almost calling you into the other world. The heather has the same message. It's like a bridge between this world and the other world. There's definitely a spiritual element of what is happening here. And the guidance that you're getting from Spirit here is to focus on the spiritual aspects of your life, to make sense of this situation and what is left and what is still left to work with. Yes, you should always mourn the losses in your life. You have to feel it. And that's all you have to do. You just have to feel it. And then you can move forward. There's so much here to move forward to. There's so much here there's so much abundance in your life. And there's also a message here, as in all of Druid tradition in nature. Nature is very healing. But the heather in particular also talks about needing to heal a particular area of your life. And this could be an emotional healing, a physical healing, spiritual healing, something needs to be healed. And I think it's connected to this loss, and that's going to be individual to each one of you. But it does promise that a healing can be found, and particularly found in nature or in your spiritual practices. If you do like meditation, if that's important to you, whatever your spiritual practice is, if it's just taking a walk out in nature, or doing yoga, or I've started doing Qigong, which I love. I don't know why, I just love it. So whatever it is that helps you to focus on the higher situation, as opposed to getting down in the nitty-gritty of the earthly part or earthly aspect of what is happening here. It's about getting your spirit right and healing your spirit and being able to move past this loss that you're feeling. And I do think that you are moving past the loss. And I think it's because you're actually doing this. You're taking the time to do this spiritual practice. You know, it seems like when these types of things happens, when we do have big things that end in our lives, and it can be sudden, or it can be unexpected, or it can be really hard for us, or tragic, like maybe you get fired, or you lose a friend, or just these losses that we have. Those are actually the best time to get in touch with your spiritual nature and going within and finding some peace and some answers. These are really, really good times for that. Honestly, because a lot of times you have nowhere else to go. You have nothing. There's nothing else to do. You have to get in touch with your spiritual side when you are wounded, and there's no doubt about that. You are wounded in some way. You come to this reading wounded or mourning a loss. So that's just in the cards. And I really am feeling that it was quite a significant loss for you guys, because you are getting these messages of using. Looking for answers in spirit, in the spirit world. So I think the next little bit is going to find you still juggling and trying to find your equilibrium here. And for the reason I think for some of you this is actually a loss of a job is the Two of Pentacles can be about juggling money. Like you have enough, but it's a little bit about robbing Paul to pay Peter kind of situation for right now. And that can always happen when you lose a job, even if you feel like you have plenty of savings to sustain you for a while you look for another job. Job hunts can be difficult. It's hard not to worry sometimes, but I do feel like you guys don't have to worry. I do feel like you will be okay. I do feel like in the end you do have enough. You may have to do some creative accounting or whatever, but you will have enough to survive this and to get through it. And there's some messages here of, first of all, abundance. There's absolutely abundance coming into you. I'm just drawn to the rabbit. That's always a sign of fertility and abundance. The Queen of Pentacles is a very abundant queen. She's very satisfied materialistically speaking, because she has all those things that she needs: food, clothing, shelter, jobs, money, all that stuff. So there is that message that abundance will return to you if it was a loss of a job. If it was another kind of loss, there is a message of focusing on that which you still have, because you still have so much. That message is coming out loud and clear. Not just, you still have so much materially, but not just materially, also in your relationships. The people that you have around you could be family for some of you. For some of you, that's even extended family or a family that you have created. You have a lot of love and support here, and you have all that you need. You're not going to be living on the streets, at least. You have everything that you need in the material realm. And I was going to say something about the people. So this is Aquarius energy. This is Aries energy. This could indicate a time frame for some of you. If you have lost a job, this could indicate a time frame that things are looking up for you, and you are going to be able to find something that is good for you, a job that is good for you and works for you, and it's kind of actually good for bossing up energy. Like the job that you're getting now would be even a step up from where you were before. Also good for entrepreneurial energy, like maybe in all of this you got fired because there's something you want to do on your own, or that would be more, even if it's not boss or business owner entrepreneurial energy, it could be more autonomy, like whereas you would be reporting directly to someone at your old job, this new job would be more of a partnership kind of situation. You have more autonomy in this situation. It's more of, I'm taking the reins, I'm handling my career here. It's not someone standing over you telling you what to do all the time. It's not micromanaging you. So all in all, I think that this is a message of hope. This is a message of healing for you, and it's a message of healing for you through spiritual practices, and that's what you're being guided to do. Because once you start working on those spiritual practices, you start focusing on abundance. And when you're focusing on abundance, that's where you go. And by abundance, I don't mean just the jobs and the money and the food and the clothing and the shelter. I mean abundance in all areas of your life, which means good relationships, good friends, good fun, good hobbies, good time in nature, and just a rich, wonderful, joyous life. So when you're focusing on that, you get more of that. And that is really what this message is all about. Getting the spirit right so that you focus on that which you have, not that which you have lost. I'm going to leave that there. I think that is the message that is coming through for you guys. I was led to pull 3 oracles on this reading, and I'm going to pull all 3, and we'll just see what additional messages Spirit has for you. The first one is going to be from the angels and ancestors. The second one is Whispers of Love. And the third one is Work Your Light Tarot. So the Work Your Light, not Tarot, the Work Your Light Oracle. And that is really a lot of times for light workers. So I was led to do that in these readings today, which is a little bit odd because I kind of use these for messages for me as the light worker. like what I should be focusing on right now. So I'm just doing it. I do what Spirit tells me to do. So I'm just doing it today. All right. So the message for pile 1 with the Angels and Ancestors Oracle is Autumn, release the old and rest. That could not be any more better a message to get with this. Yes, exactly. You have to work the healing process here, work the spiritual aspect so that you can release this, so you can let go of this and focus on the good stuff. So with that autumn coming out here, this is spring now. So I'm not getting that as something that's coming up in the fall. I'm actually getting that this is something that could have happened in the fall for a lot of you, that it's like now you've got to let it go because this is spring. Now we want to move forward, but we have to get our spirit right. We have to do the healing before we can move forward. All right, Whispers of Love Oracle. Let's see what Spirit has to say about the Whispers of Love. Rest and relaxation is essential. We all have a fundamental need to take a break. That's coming up twice. It's coming up twice. And I think that may be what's happening here. You're cocooning after this loss that you've experienced. You're cocooning. Everybody needs to take time out sometimes to rest from, it's almost like a hiatus that you're on here, or a spiritual healing is happening for you right now after this loss. You are in the throes of a spiritual healing. And you have to trust that it is taking place. It's definitely taking place. Even if you don't feel like it is, it really is. Okay, so the Work Your Light Oracle, again, I thought it was weird that Spirit wanted me to use these, but I'm going to do it anyway. Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. So I don't know what you know about the Akashic Records. I cannot be the one to tell you about them because I don't know that much myself. I have had an Akashic Record reading, and I think the Akashic Records really just hold all the keys to your path here on this earth, like the soul contract that you made before you came here. That information is in there. I think all the information that is and ever was is in the Akashic Records, but each of us has an Akashic record. So this is telling me this situation that you're in, whether you feel like it or not, is actually divinely guided. It's a part of the soul contract that you made when you came into this life, and it is taking you forward. She is moving forward. She's moving higher. So it's taking you higher toward your purpose here on this earth. And I know sometimes that's hard to hear, especially when the time that you're going through is really, really rough. But that's where the faith comes in, that spirituality that we're talking about here. That faith is so important in these particular times in our lives. This is when it becomes super important to have faith in something that is higher than us and that is guiding us. And that is what you're being asked to believe here. That although it may feel bad at the moment, please know that it was intended. You intended this to happen when you came here. And it's for your highest good. It's always for your highest good. You are really just resting here. You're just healing here from this situation. And it's now is the time to release it and to focus on the great things that are in your life, because you do have a lot of great things in your life. All right, that's all I have for pile 1. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Take care. Welcome back, my friends. If you chose pile 2, these are going to be your messages today. And the reading is just about a message that was intended to find you right now. Pile 2 does have that Onyx moon on it. This is new to me, so it's my new favorite thing. I always have a new favorite thing. So the cards today are very Celtic and very Druid inspired. All right, with the Universal Waite Tarot, you got the Ace of Pentacles, you got the King of Wands, you got the 8 of Wands, and you got the Moon card. I'm gonna go ahead and take everything out here first, then we'll talk about it. With the Druid Tarot, you got the Queen of Pentacles, you got the 8 of Wands again, that's twice, that's doubled down on that message. Ha 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 ha, I see what's happening here. And you got the 7 of Pentacles, yeah. All right, this is the animals, the Druid Animal Oracle. You got the Bull, love it, powerful, so powerful. And with the Celtic Tree Oracle, you got Muin, is it Muin? M-U-I-N, vine, Muin vine. Looks like some kind of ivy or something. Okay, we'll figure that out. So what is going on here is very obvious to me in these cards. First of all, you're familiar with the bull market and the bear market. The bull market is like things are looking good, like abundance, prosperity, yes. Good investments, things are happening. Interestingly enough, the Moon vine is also about abundance and actually celebration of abundance, but we'll get to that in a minute. So just reading the tarot, I always start with the Universal Tarot because that is the foundation for every reading, and then everything else just adds to the story. What is going on here is opportunities coming into you, and we're talking about a lot of opportunities. I feel like these are opportunities to make money. So it's job offers that's coming in. It's investments opportunities that are coming into you. It's maybe even partnerships or entrepreneurial opportunities that are coming in here. Franchise opportunities. There's opportunities happening here. So there's a lot of them. And the 8 of Wands is always, first of all, it's so exciting because it's a full steam ahead kind of energy. Things are moving forward now. Maybe after a period of stagnation, there's not really that indication here on the table, but it can a lot of times come after a period of not having many options. Well, the options are now coming into you. You do get this huge offer here from the divine. And because you're getting this offer, now the pentacles are always about material things, food, clothing, shelter, jobs, money, but there's actually something coming in here in a big way. And because this is Ace of Pentacles is coming out as an indication of a new beginning in your money situation with 2, not 1, but 2, eights of Wands. I'm actually feeling like there's more than one job offer that's coming into you. There's more than one opportunity that's coming into you. Whichever one that you decide to take, it does usher in a new era of financial abundance for you. That's just the truth. That's on the table. It's just the truth. It's on the table in so many ways. Okay, a couple of things about all of these opportunities that are coming in here. First of all, you get the Moon card, which means at this particular time, with these particular opportunities that are coming in here, it's going to be tricky. You got to use your instincts, use your gut instincts. You're not going to be able to see the whole path here. Maybe because there are so many opportunities, you'll be a little confused about which opportunity to take. You've just got to move forward one step at a time. Trust your instincts. Ooh, isn't that something? You got the Moon as your stone, and you got the Moon card too. That's cool. Be true to yourself. Know your value. Know what you bring to the table. I feel like the negotiations actually might be a little tricky on this one. But the message is, when the light comes out, you will find out. You'll find that you are on the right path. Things are looking good. So in the meantime, in the negotiations, you will have to be okay with it being a little bit muddy and not really knowing everything, what's all going to happen, how it's all going to work out. Anyway, that's enough said about that. All right, the other message about these opportunities that are coming into you, you get the Seven of Pentacles here, which is a card about working really hard on something, then taking a break from it to decide if you want to go back to that or not. So I think for some of you, at least, this is something that you've done before. You took a break from it and it's coming back around to you. And that could be something that you did a long time ago. It's coming back around. It could be something that you wanted to do in your childhood. You gave it up. It's coming back around. It could be something that you left recently and you're like, I don't even know if I want to do that anymore. It's coming back around. So there's some element of it for some of you. That's not going to be for everybody. For some of you that it's very familiar to you. You've already done it. Usually the Seven of Pentacles, the message of the card is, yeah, you're going to go back to that because it is kind of your soul path, because it is kind of your passion. Maybe you did need a break from it because you were just burnt out with it or whatever. And you took the break, and now it's coming back around. It's coming back around because there is some element of it that is what you need or what is good for your soul, or is what is, we all have the special skills that we're given to make money in this earthly plane because we do need to survive. We need to eat, right? So we all have these things that we're given, and you were maybe thinking, oh, is this really my thing that I'm going to make money at? Because, it's not working out today. You know how that goes sometimes? Okay, you're going back to it. All right, so let's talk about what else is on the table. 3 cards of abundance. This is huge, you guys. When I say this thing, these opportunities, whichever one you choose, puts you on a different path in your money thing. It puts you on a hugely different path in your money thing. It levels you up significantly in your financial situation. All of these cards are saying this. You got the Bull again, which is definitely about posterity. Now there is some message in the Bull card about working hard for this. It's not something that's been given to you. So for some of you, you may have already put in the work. For some of you, this message may be saying you need to put in a little more work. And there's a couple of timings in here about when, after you put in the work, when the abundance comes in, when you get this job, when it all comes together, that kind of stuff. This is August. This is July and August right here, this moon card. So, because this is about a celebration of abundance and fertility and harvest in August. So, for some of you, I feel like that this is happening in April. You do get the King of Wands, which is, first of all, boss energy, bossing up energy, entrepreneurial or business owner energy as well. It's also a timing card. It's Aries season. We've just moved into Aries season. So I feel like this is happening for a lot of you right now. For some of you, there's a little more work left. And then in August, boom, it happens. Another card of great abundance. The Queen of Pentacles is very solid in her material wealth. She has made the right investments. She lives a very abundant life. You have the rabbit here. Interestingly enough, if you were drawn to pile 1 at all, go look at that one, because we had the King of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles in that pile too. Aries, Aquarius. So maybe Aries Aquarius has something to do with your new job opportunity or your partnership. If you're going to be in a partnership, maybe you're one of those yourself. These could be timings. Aquarius is the end of January, beginning of February. This is right now, the end of March, beginning of April. But these are both, like, this is boss energy, this is abundant energy. Because so I think it could just be about the energy of this great job situation that is happening for you. And what's really cool is it's happening for you right now. It's happening. It is. So many opportunities coming into you. Okay, so I think, like I said, for some of you, it may not be finalized till August, or there might be a little more work you have to do before, and then in August, there's a celebration here of like I said, harvest, like reaping the rewards of your hard work. So in the next 4 months, right? The worst case scenario is in the next 4 months, you are going to be in a position where the material world has completely changed. This is happening for you right now to set you up, because you're maybe of a certain age that you need to be set up for the next phase in your life financially, because there is a leveling up here that's happening with these opportunities that are coming in, and with this abundance that's coming in. It's huge. It's huge. It's big. Okay. I've been called to read 3 oracles today, to pull 3 oracles. One of them I was a little surprised by, but I always ask for guidance from Spirit for everything, what I read about and what I pull. So here's what we got. So we got final messages here from angels and ancestors, from the Whispers of Love, and then from the Work Your Life Tarot. All right, so let's just see what messages we have here for pile 2. Final messages for pile 2 from angels and ancestors. What guidance do you have? Water Guardian, connect with your emotions. Okay, that's an interesting message to get with all this material stuff on the board, with all the earth sign energy stuff happening here on the board. That's cool. It's like a reminder from Spirit about the trust, first of all, of intuition, getting in touch with your intuition, getting in touch with your feelings, because that is where the intuition, the moon, watery moon, comes from, that helps you in your guidance of which direction to take here. So go with how you feel and trust your intuition. Always, 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 but definitely in this particular situation, Spirit is saying it's not just, don't focus on the earthly stuff. Focus on how it feels too. All right, with the Whispers of Love, you got be supportive. Make a genuine effort to show that you care. This is just a side message that says that someone out there may need you to help them out, to be supportive of them. But it's also a message about whenever you're going through this process, I guess, of negotiation, be sure that you let them know that you care about your career or what it is that you're working toward here. But I really feel like someone needs your support right now. If you have been focusing on a job hunt or whatever, maybe you've been neglecting somebody that needs some help or something. I just feel that. Okay, it's really kind of a message of this is important. The money, the material things are important, but it's not everything. So pay attention to those around you too, and your relationships. Actually, both of those cards are about feelings and relationships and stuff. So that is definitely a message on the table. Okay, so the final messages from Work Your Light Oracle is deep replenishment, retreat, rest, and be held. So at the same time that you are supporting other people, they are supporting you. Again, you got the moon in this card, you got the water in this card, very much about the feelings. Okay. This message together is coming out loud and clear, and it's the message of the moon as well. It's the feelings. Yes, the money's important. The financial wealth is important. It's going to be good for you. It's going to take you into the next area of your life. But don't forget this: the people in your life, the emotional health, the relationships that are in your life, nurturing those and getting in touch with how you feel about things and staying in touch with how you feel about things as you go through this process. All right, that's all I have for pile 2. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Take care. Welcome back, my friends. If you chose pile 3, these are going to be your messages. So pile 3 had the flower. Is it the flower agate? Is that what that's called? It is a star, though. Even though it has the flower agate on it, it is a star. I do have a lot of Celtic inspired cards here today. All right, let's see what you got here as far as a message that was meant to find you right now. With the universal Waite, you got the Hermit, the 5 of Swords, the 6 of Wands, the 7 of Swords, and the Empress card. Nice. With the Druid Craft Tarot, you've got the 4 of Wands, the 5 of Wands, and the Wheel. With the Druid Animal Oracle, you got the Wren. And with the Celtic Tree Oracle, you got the Gort Ivy. See those? I don't know. Let's see here. So sorry about that. Anyway, I shifted the cards around a little bit because I think, some of them go together better than others. So there's definitely a message of stillness in this reading here about spirituality and going within to find answers for yourself. That's in these cards here. First of all, the Hermit is about literally taking time out from the world, going within to find answers and to focus on the spiritual aspects of your life. And the Gort Ivy has exactly the same message. It's about engaging in a spiritual practice. If you don't already have a spiritual practice, it's a good time to find a guru, a spiritual teacher. There are, okay, so spirituality is really about getting in touch with your inner being, with your inner light, with your inner guidance, and also that of spirit. It is like a connection to the divine and communing with the divine and reaching an understanding between your spirit and the divine. That's kind of basically what spirituality is. There's a lot about it that has to do with faith and trust, but really, as far as the everyday, how it helps us in our everyday lives, it is about being in touch with the spiritual, with the divine or spirit or nature, and the spiritual aspects of your life, even regardless of what else is going on. And it's having that connection with spirit and that oneness with spirit that helps us through times that are troubled or less than ideal, right? You have this message loud and clear about getting in touch with your spirituality, and that some people do that through meditation. Some people will do it like spirit or musical practices will lead us into a meditation or a communion with spirit. Walking in nature or just being out in nature also has a way, it's kind of like the stillness of being out in nature that has a way of connecting us to spirit. All of these cards are saying that. And the reason that they're saying it is because of this. We do have some situation that's going on here that is not ideal. It's not ideal at all. It's actually a time of conflict. I'm actually going to try to get some clarifiers and see. I'm pretty sure it's going to be different for every one of you that is watching this, this conflict is in relation to. But whatever it is, you've got, so the Five of Wands is about conflict, but it's almost like can be about like even sibling rivalry and competition. It's mamby-pamby kind of conflict that's going on there. Can be internal conflict, but you also get the Five of Swords, which is the nasty conflict. These two cards are the only two cards in the tarot deck that talks about conflict. And you got both of them. And you got the one that's a little bit lighter conflict and the one that's a little bit heavier conflict. So there's a clue actually in here, a couple of clues about what this conflict can be related to. Just in these cards right here. One is that it might be related to a work situation, and the other is it might be related to a family situation. I'm going to get some clarifiers on this conflict. So the reason, so this is, this is such a nasty energy here. So if it's about work, this would be the kind of conflict that people lose jobs over. It's like walking over dead bodies to get to the top. It's really, really nasty. If it's somebody that has it in for you at work, they're a piece of work. They're nasty. They're not a good person at all. But there is that message in here of you can win, and this card talks about winning too. This is a victory, a win. But at what cost? Because in this situation, nobody's happy. If you're the one that's winning, it's like, oh my God, what did I have to do to win in this situation? Did I have to sell my soul to win in this situation? What did I have to compromise? What piece of me has been taken from me by winning in this situation? So there's that to be aware of. If you're the person that's walking away, you feel very wounded by this situation. I'm gonna get some more clarity on the conflict here, though. What else can you tell us about this conflict for pile 3? What can you tell us about it for pile 3? Well, that's very clear. This is very clear. The Fool, you got the Fool to clarify this. You got two strong kings here. You got the King of Swords, you got the King of Wands. This can be boss energy. This can be legal problems that are happening. This could be the justice system. But here's what I will say about this conflict. So some of you, it is at work. It's like you're dealing with a boss who's a nasty piece of work. A lot of times with the Seven of Swords is always taking your leave. It's like leaving a situation. But a lot of times it's a situation that started out good and has become a little bit of a circus. It's kind of like, not my circus, not my monkeys, I'm out of here. I think it's very clear that all of you, whatever this situation, you're leaving it. It's like, I'm taking a leap of faith. I don't even know what's out there for me, but I know I can't stay here. It's that kind of situation. So if it's a relationship that you're involved with, in Libra energy, Aries energy. If it's a relationship, you know you cannot stay here. If it is a work situation, you know you cannot stay here. If it is a family situation, you have got to get away from these people, even if it's family. And I hate to say that, it's hard. It's hard to make that kind of a decision. But even if it's family, you got to get away from them, at least for a good period of time. And actually, you need to limit your contact with them because they're very toxic. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that. That's just all there is to say about that. It sucks, it's nasty, but that's why you're being driven here. That's why you're being driven to the spiritual aspect of your life and going within to find the answers, going within to find the peace, going within to find the connection to the divine. Because this, following this advice, leads you over here, which is a victory over this negativity here. And like I said, I think you're leaving it. So I don't think that you stay here and you win at whatever cost to your soul. I don't think you're going to do that. I think you're walking away from it, actually, or running away from it. Some of you are actually running away with nothing but your trusty companion, hope, and the little bit of possessions that you take with you that looks just like your toiletries and a change of clothes. That's it. Which could mean, like, if this is a relationship situation, it could mean that you, it's a nasty situation and you have to seek some help, maybe even with the justice system, to get out of it. I'm thinking about those women that have to go in shelters that, you know, they go into shelters and take their kids with them into shelters to get away from like an abusive husband or something, and it's very anonymous so that person can't find them. So I'm feeling that for some of you. But you have got to get out. That's it. That's very clear. So when you do get out, do take the time to go within to find the answers, to get right spiritually, because what comes to you, the wheel talks about the cycles of life and the wheel turning. The wheel is always turning. One ending just leads to another beginning, but it does talk about a cycle of your life that is ending and a new one that is beginning here. It's a really good cycle. You got the Four of Wands here, which can indicate, this is happiness around the home, but it can indicate celebrations and marriage. The Empress card is a card of motherhood, but it can be a card of just like giving birth to other things like creative ideas or projects. But it is also a card of just abundance, like living in abundance and feeling very good about yourself, very good about your life, everything looking really good, and particularly about around the home. There's definitely a message of harmony here in the home environment. If there is not now, you will be achieving that. You got the card of victory here with the celebration card, so you might actually be winning something, I feel. For some of you, there's an actual win here. The wheel actually can be connected to the Wheel of Fortune, which could talk about, I don't know, winning the lottery or winning some money in the lottery or winning something connected to your dream home. HGTV, dream home, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I mean, you could, I don't know. But there's definitely some element of winning something and celebrating it. The wheel is the Wheel of Fortune in the universal, connected to the Wheel of Fortune and the universal Waite, and does have that element of luck and Jupiter of, you know, just good luck and fortune. And with the Empress card, that would indicate that something special is coming into you that brings you an element of abundance. Here's what I want to say about the abundance, though, because it goes back to this Ren card as well. So this Ren card is about smallness. It's about stillness and smallness. Sometimes we have very large pie in the sky, like we do want to win the lottery, or we want to get married and we want to have children, and this is like the ideal, and nothing less than that will do. This card actually talks about the beauty of being inspired and enjoying the small things in life, and having gratitude for the little things that we have that we take for granted all the time, that if we did have to live without, would be very sad. We would miss them tremendously, but we're just so focused on the big things and wanting the big things that we're not appreciating what we already have. So that goes back to the abundance too. I think that you will be living a very abundant life, and it might not be just monetarily. It could be, it definitely looks like it's monetarily, but not just. It's also about having a good family relationships, having good friends, a good circle of friends even. Being in a place where you feel at peace, where you feel comfortable in your own home, where you can have a beautiful place that you can go out and walk every day. You have good hobbies or interesting hobbies. Your life is just rich. It's the richness of life that's more than just monetary. Wow, okay, so that was interesting. I did not expect that at all. But the big message is you have to leave. You got to leave this situation. You cannot, there's no salvaging it. It's eating at your soul. And I think you know that, by the way. I think you already know that. But the good news is that you will be leaving it. All right. So final messages from the angels and ancestors for pile 3. What final messages do you have for pile 3? Eagle, see from a higher perspective. So I like that for you guys, definitely. Whatever you're bogged down in, you have to look at it from a different angle, from a higher angle, not down here in the gutter. Don't be down in the gutter with these people. Look at the bigger picture. There's a truth and wisdom in the eagle too. Independence, truth, and wisdom. I think that's what you're gaining here. With the whispers of love, Oracle, you got get to know each other, learn to meet another's need for love. Okay, so I didn't see that coming. Some of you might actually be, after this situation is taken care of, and after you take the time out to go within and to find the answers within, it looks like you could be, some of you could be meeting other people. You do have that indicated, like I said, this could be a marriage, or it doesn't have to be like a legal marriage, but just getting together with somebody. And then you got the Empress, which could be motherhood. There's like a hope for family here, or the cycle turning away from this bad situation to what you really want, which is family and a relationship, and turning in that direction. But this is kind of like a message from Spirit that's saying, take your time, get to know each other first. All things will come in good time. And your final messages from the Work Your Light Oracle. great gathering. It's all coming together, intuitive hits and soul tribe. That's fantastic. So this has a very spiritual connection to it too. So I do feel like that you're getting this spiritual message here because you're looking for this abundance that we were talking about earlier. I did mention people, other people, good relationships with other people. I think you're moving toward a more spiritual life and a more spiritual community. You're leaving this community, which has eaten at your spirit and destroyed your spirit a little bit, and now you're moving to a place where you're feeling better about yourself, and you're gathering with like-minded people, and you're finding your soul tribe, and it's all coming together. This is all a part of the divine plan. You have to trust that. I know you do, but it's all a part of the divine plan, and it's all coming together. And it's coming together through you taking charge of this situation, going within and finding the answers, and then you come out on the other side. The wheel turns, and then you move forward to all this other good stuff that is out here waiting for you. All right, that's all I have for pile 3. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Take care.